Okay, so I think we'll get going if you're ready, Morgan.
Yep, sounds good.
So my name's Michelle. I'm one of the student mentors.
I'm Morgan. I'm also a student mentor with MCI.
Just to let you all know that the session will be recorded today, and the link will be emailed to you, so you can always refer back to it. And then for anyone else that wasn't able to join us live, I hope you enjoy watching the YouTube link as well.
Another quick thing to mention is that cameras and microphones are turned off throughout the recording. So if you do have any questions, we do have a chat box. Feel free to pop them in there. So welcome everyone. Welcome back if you've joined a monthly Mingle before, and also welcome to our new students if this is your first one. We're happy to have you here and we hope you get something out of the Mingle today and enjoy it. So on our agenda today, the topic is how to get extra help with your studies. So we do have a little bit to get through. So we'll be going through how to understand your learning platform, some external resources that you can use with your assessments, when and how to contact your mentor. And for those of you who don't know, we did run a motivation competition recently, so we will be announcing the winners, which is very exciting. And as I mentioned, if you do have any questions, please save them until the end. Feel free to pop them in the chat box and Michelle and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we will be running through all of the learning platforms. So there's just 3 different learning platforms that you will be on. So we just thought it would be a good idea to go through each learning platform, just so that you can understand where all of the resources are within your learning platform. So Morgan, if you could just bring up the Moodle platform for our Certificate 3 students, please.
Absolutely.
Okay, so hopefully everyone can see that. So this is where you will be on your home page. And then Morgan, if you can just scroll down, so you will see here, we when you've viewed an area within your learning platform, you'll get a green tick there. Thanks, Morgan, that says done. Every section, click on, read it. There's lots of really useful information within there. So the welcome messages and introductions, the eCampus tour and navigating around, that shows you how to get the most out of your platform. And once you've clicked on that link, you will see that the tick box will change to done and view. Now, if you scroll further down on that page, you may or may not see the information that's underneath. So sometimes you will just see week 1, week 2, week 3 and nothing underneath there. So yeah, that's lovely. Thank you, Morgan. So that's how it may appear. If it does appear that way, just click on the Open All tab. And again, this is really important because there's some fantastic information in there. So the micro tabs that are underneath, that gives information on everything that you'll need to know for this question or for this unit. So it's saying that there's learning material and activities for the unit. So definitely scroll through them. There will be some activities to complete along the way. You're not assessed on that, so don't worry if you get the answers wrong. It's just for your information and for your practice as well. And then the short courses that are there as well, and how to answer assignment questions. So in every unit you will have that kind of information. So definitely have a look around at that. When you've got the green tick, that will also count towards your percentage of completion in this unit as well. So each time you answer or sorry access these modules and get a green tick, you'll progress further along. Now, within your learning platform as well, when you go into an assessment question, you will also have a PDF document. So Morgan's just opening up that first question within there. There's sometimes a little bit of a delay on there. You'll see up higher, there's a tutor assist tab. That will have a voice recording as well. That'll just give you a few tips on there. And then Morgan is just pointing to the PDF, and you can open that up. You can save it. You'll you'll find that you'll probably need to access it for quite a few different questions, but all the information that was in your micro will then be in this PDF document. So you've got lots of different ways to be able to access the materials. Um, Also within some of the questions, you can see just above there, thanks Morgan, where it says hint. Always look at the hint. It's saying to help find the answer, telling you which section that you can read in the wellbeing topic of lesson 1, and then it's got the learning material PDF along with it as well. So read everything really carefully. All the information that you will need will be within the instructions there. Um, that's pretty much everything that you will need. Now, just one thing that I would like to look at while you're in there, Morgan, is just how to access your grades and also how to see the assessor feedback. So when you're on your home page, you'll see right at the top there, you've got your course, and then there's a grades tab. If you click on that, you will be able to see if your questions have been graded, so if your unit's been graded. Now, your unit won't be graded until every single question within that unit has been completed. So you can see on here that there's no submissions been made as yet, and nothing's been marked. But as you complete the questions, you will see the submissions go through, and when you get to the last question in that unit, it will go to an assessor to be marked, and it takes normally 2 weeks for your assessments to be marked. And then just one last thing on this learning platform is how to raise a support request. So on your dashboard, when you first log in, there is a section over on the right hand side that says request help, and you just complete the sections on there. So you can say what type of um, question you have, the subject, and just a brief description. That gets checked daily. It can take up to 2 business days to receive a response, but we try and get back to students on the same day. And that's pretty much it for that learning platform. So then we're going to move over to a platform called New Catapult. Most of our accounting and bookkeeping students will be on this learning platform, and then some of the certificate for, I think it's work health safety, are on this learning platform as well. So if you could just pull up the New Catapult overview as well.
Mhm.
Thanks, Morgan. So when you log into your course, it will bring up all the units that you have open to you. So you can see this one. It's slightly different because it's not got exact unit numbers because it is an example student, but they are all the students, all the units. It shows the progress in each unit. We would definitely encourage you not to work like this and complete one unit before you move on to the next, but this is just an example of how it works. So you can see that the first unit's coloured orange, and that's because the unit's been submitted and it's got feedback from the assessor. So we'll just go straight in and have a look at how that looks first. So it brings up the feedback straight away, so you can see the timeline. You can see when it was submitted, and then you can see that the feedback is there from the assessor. And what's happened in this scenario is the unit's been submitted before it's been completed. So the assessors looked at it and sent it back to the student, and that's how you will always view your messages. And then you can actually go back into the unit itself and see a snapshot of the questions that need the answers on there. So I think what we'll probably do with this one is just do a little overview. Yeah, that's it. So a little overview of the assessments on there as well. So you can see that at topic 1, it's been submitted, it's orange. Topic 2, 3, and 4 have not been commenced yet. If you went into topic 1, you could then go back in and see the assessor feedback. So then you could see each individual question and the assessor feedback on there. So that's how you would assess the feedback from the assessors. They're the experts. They're going to be pointing you in the right direction. And then while we're in there, we can just look at the tabs on the left-hand side. So you've got the unit home, and then which is what we looked at before, and then you've got your learning resources. So your learning resource just gives a topic that you will need throughout the course. So you've got all the different topics that you can click on. It will give all the information that you will need to complete the assessments within there. And then you can move on to the next tab, which is assessment, and it will take you into the questions there, and you can flick through. You can see that there's 3 tabs: skills, recognition. Just ignore unless you've completed a course before and you have credit transfers, or you feel that you've got extensive knowledge in a subject. You don't need, you can just disregard that one. And then you have the knowledge questions tab, so you complete all the questions in there, and then performance task tab as well. If you had read through all of your learning resource and you're going to complete your assessments, especially in the knowledge questions, you'll see a little bit further down there's a search button. That's a really useful tab there. You might be thinking about some information that you want to go back to. So it could be any kind of topic. So it could be something like, research. So it's kind of, the question's asking about research. You'd simply just type into that search tab a word or some keywords, press the search tab, and then it will bring up the units that the topics that are relevant to that question. It might bring up a few, you might have to scroll through, but it's a really good way to get back to that section that you need to be on. And then in some of the performance task areas, there will be some YouTube videos as well. So definitely click on any of the links that are in there, just to make sure that you've covered all the resources that are on there as well. And that, I think, is pretty much it for that one as well. So then if we can just move on to the matrix one, that would be great. Lovely, thank you. So we can see on this one, this again is slightly different because there are 2 qualifications that are loaded on there for training purposes. So I think what we will do is just go straight into the module that's already started, just so we can give a quick overview of that one there. So again, you can click into it, you can go, you can click on resume, so it will take you back where you were, or you can click into the learning platform and it will take you back to the beginning. Again, everything that you need is all down that left hand tab, and you can just click through each one. It's got a green tick if you've accessed it, if you've completed it, and it's got lots of kind of information within each one, all the resources and equipment that you will need. Excuse me, my dog, I just need to let my dog out, just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. And as you scroll down as well, it will show you then where your assessment tasks are. So you could, there's various different ways of accessing it. So you can click on continue, you can use the left hand side tab, but make sure that you're using all of the resources that are on there. Now, if you can also take me back, Morgan, to where it shows the assessments, yeah, on the left-hand side. I find this is a really quick way just to get to see where you're at and what you've done within that unit. So you can see that this unit, the written questions have been completed and submitted and been graded, but the grading is as not satisfactory as yet. So you can go into that question, you can find out why you've been marked not satisfactory by clicking on the link and then clicking on the submission, or sorry, as well. On the right hand side, you'll be able to see that assessor feedback. And then if you click on submissions, on the submissions tab, it will show you all of the answers that you have submitted in there. So you might need to go into history and show, and then it's got the response that you gave, and it will give the assessor feedback as well for each question within there. So that's how to see your feedback within each question. Another good thing that you can use as well. As I say, assessor feedback is vital. Read it. You know, if you don't understand any of it, we will always say ask your mentor if you need clarification on something. But normally it's quite detailed, the feedback that an assessor will give. Now there's a really handy tab as well up the top next to submissions is rubric. So you can click on the rubric and it's just got the marking criteria for each question. So if you look on there, you just need to look, it's like, you know, doing an assessment when you're at school. My daughters have the same thing, and it's looking at if you've included everything that they're asking for on that marking criteria. Is there anything that I've missed on there, Morgan, do you think?
I don't think so.
But everything that you need document wise will be in the assessment task number. But remember, you may need to conduct your own research as well, which will probably lead us on to the next slide, I think, Morgan.
Yeah. So we've gone through the platforms. So yeah, using external resources. So this is a question that comes up a little bit. Students asking whether they can use ChatGPT. Uh, Simple answer, yes, you definitely can. But we do recommend that you just check your sources and make sure that the answers you're given is accurate. So it might not always be with ChatGPT. Definitely a good idea to do a little bit of research. Like I said before, check your sources. Just making sure that it is correct. We always recommend that you just use it as a source of reference only. So please don't copy and paste your answers. It does need to be put in your own words, and always a good idea to make sure that you actually understand the content as well. So definitely can use Google, definitely can use ChatGPT. I know that with some of the platforms, you won't find all of the answers in the learning materials. You will find a majority of the answers in the learning materials, but you will have to do your own research as well. It's just something that comes with studying online. So if you do find that you are needing to do a little bit of your own research, definitely use Google, ChatGPT, great sources to use. A couple of other resources that we've listed here are YouTube tutorials. So I find that YouTube tutorials are really great for MYOB students studying our accounting and bookkeeping courses, and can also give you some really good information on how to use Microsoft Excel, Microsoft programs. I know that a question that comes up a lot for my students is SMART goals and KPIs. So I always recommend, just go onto YouTube, look up, the difference between SMART goals and KPIs, and a lot of the time it will give you some really simplified but easy to understand information. So YouTube tutorials are always a good one. Wouldn't have normally been my first thought to go to YouTube for research or study, but can be very useful. And then Google Scholar as well is also a good one. If you've tried, Google, ChatGPT, YouTube, and you're still stuck, definitely please feel free to join our Facebook group. So we've got a little screenshot of it here. It is called MCI Institute Student Study Group. So you can connect with like-minded students, other students who may be studying the same unit or the same course as you. You can, ask questions, put your heads together to help each other with assessments. And this study group is monitored by the mentors as well. So if you have a specific question, we're always more than happy to answer your question through there. So yeah, feel free to join our Facebook study group.
Thank you, Morgan. And then when and how to contact your mentor. So, firstly, the role of a mentor. The mentors are here to provide support and also to encourage you to become independent learners. We do goal setting. We always follow up. We normally check in with our students at least once a month. Sometimes it's every 2 weeks, just to try and keep you motivated. You have to remember that we're not experts in the qualifications, so the assessors are. So that's why we kind of emphasize reading the assessor feedback. And we, please don't rely on us to give you the answers to the questions, because we might not always give you the right answer, but we can certainly point you in the right direction. And I know that a lot of students are a bit worried about if they're on the right track. We're always willing to have a look at it, but we can't say a guaranteed 100% that it's going to be right and marked competent. And don't be afraid to submit your answers anyway, because you do get multiple submissions for a unit. And again, the assessor feedback is really valuable, and you can always discuss that with your mentor at a later date as well. And so contacting your mentor, as I said before, your mentor will check in regularly. However, you can reach out to them at any time. You will have been given a booking link for your mentor, an email, or you can email mentors at mci.edu.au. Again, that is checked daily. Your mentor might be on leave, so it will mean that you will receive a response from another mentor. Again, we try and get back to students in the same day, but sometimes it can be a couple of business days before we get back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. So next we will be announcing the winners for our study motivation competition. So basically the prize campaign we ran from the 1st of April to the 30th of April. We do run these competitions quite regularly. The prize for this competition, so we have 4 winners who each won a $100 voucher.
That'd be nice.
Uh, so 4 winners won a $100 voucher. So you will receive an email. The winners will receive an email. You can choose which type of voucher you would like. And to enter the competition, all you had to do was submit 1 unit between the dates of the 1st of April to the 30th of April. So 1 unit equaled 1 entry, and the more units that you submit, the more entries into the draw. So we run these competitions all the time. You will receive email notifications when the next one is coming up. So we really do encourage everyone to participate if you can, and try and complete as many units as you can. If you are really interested in the competition and you'd like to set more a new goal with your mentor to make sure that you're able to enter into the competition, please feel free to reach out to your mentor. We're always happy to, set more goals with you, check in with you, to make sure that you are able to complete at least 1 unit to enter the competition. It's always very fun. So our winners.
Okay, so congratulations to all of you. So we've got Nicole Olguin, Tegan Nelligan, Nicole Waldmeyer, and Kyle Ruthven. Congratulations to all of you. Fantastic job. We had an amazing response to this competition. So we will be having another competition in the future. So look out for it. But everyone did really, really well. We were really impressed with all the submissions that we had. So give yourselves a huge pat on the back. Well done.
Okay, so any questions? So like I said before, please feel free to enter any questions into the chat box. Michelle will be monitoring that, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have, regarding what we've spoken about already, or if you have any other questions, please let us know.
Okay, anyone? You're welcome, Jacqueline. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a very difficult time to get to join us, but we really appreciate it. Okay, anyone else? Thanks, Sharon, you too. Thanks, Nerida. Jacqueline can join in your lunch break. Well done. Thank you. Good use of time. You get a gold star, I think. That class is study time, I think, on your lunch break. That's pretty good. All right, all good. Well, I think that's probably it for today. As we said before, please reach out to your mentor. Please, there's lots of different ways to be able to reach out for help. Yeah, don't hesitate if there's anything that you need at all. We're here to support you.
Absolutely. Well said.
Okay, well, I think that's it for today. Have a good day, everyone, and we'll see you next time.